One cousin suggested that boundaries were the only way forward. Until Clara showed honesty, she would be kept at a distance. The idea spread quickly, heads nodding, murmurs of agreement rising from all corners of the room. The decision wasn't official, but it was clear. The family was tired of being dragged into Clara's drama. The days that followed were quiet in comparison. The once busy family group chat slowed to a crawl. No ring pictures, no vague "my love" posts, no dramatic updates from Clara. And for the first time in a long while, no one was chasing her down for explanations. Instead, I started getting private messages from cousins. They thanked me for standing firm at the dinner, for walking in with Daniel, for not letting Clara's version of the story go unchallenged. Several admitted they had seen through her lies before, but never felt brave enough to call her out. They were glad someone finally had. The true shift came at the next family gathering, a cousin's birthday party held in a backyard with fairy lights strung between trees and tables covered in food. Clara didn't show. Her absence was noticeable, but not in the way she would have wanted. The mood was lighter, conversations easier. People laughed without glancing around to see if she was about to interrupt. For once, no one was walking on eggshells. Daniel was welcomed warmly. Relatives greeted him with jokes, pulled him into conversations, asked about his work and hobbies without hesitation. The tension that had hung around him since Clara's announcement was gone. It was as though the cloud had lifted, and he could finally just be part of the family without suspicion hanging over him. I noticed it too. The flow of conversation was smoother. Stories carried through without being hijacked. There were no awkward pauses waiting for Clara to insert herself. People stayed longer, laughing, drinking, enjoying each other's company in a way that had been missing for years. At one point during the party, Clara's father approached me quietly. He didn't make a scene, didn't raise his voice. He admitted he had been wrong to blame me at first. He said he had wanted to protect his daughter, but realized now that his protection had allowed her lies to grow unchecked. He promised it wouldn't happen again. I accepted the apology, but I made it clear that Daniel and I would not tolerate being dragged into another story. If Clara tried to triangulate us again, there would be no quiet nodding along. He nodded, eyes heavy, and agreed. As the night wound down, I looked around and realized something important. The family wasn't fractured. They were moving on. With Clara absent, the rest of us were able to connect without the constant pull of her theatrics. It felt like genuine closure, not because she had confessed, but because everyone else had finally stopped playing along. Months later, Daniel proposed. It wasn't a spectacle, just the two of us on a quiet evening. But when the news spread through the family, the response was overwhelming. The celebration that followed was filled with joy, laughter, and sincerity. No whispers about stolen fiancés, no shadow of Clara's games, just real support, genuine excitement, and happiness shared without doubt. And for the first time, the spotlight was on something true.